Warlock and Rogue. They call you Peacemaker? Paladin. I cherish peace with all my heart. Oath of Conquest, Paladin. I don't care how many men, women and children I have to kill to get it. Hey, what's up everybody, it's Subscribe Today here and welcome to another D&D memes video. I already used this one the last time as well, but I don't mind. I get to use a great intro twice. Anyway, how are you guys doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day today. Before jumping in this video, I also want to remind you to smash the like video on the button if you will. Yeah, that would be very helpful. And with that being said, I hope you enjoy. Welcome to the Feywild. DM. As you enter the Feywild, a little satyr stands before you with a checklist. Brave adventurers, welcome to Fey. May I have your names, please? Players introduce themselves. DM. The satyr thanks you and is gone in a flash. None of you know your names anymore. A creature of myths and legends. Player. I'll play an artificer. DM. Yeah, with guns and grenades, I guess? What? No, that would be ridiculous. He's an alchemist who likes to tinker with crossbows, who tries to fit guns into a fantasy setting. DM. He's the one. We finally found the one. Damn you, predictive word search. Dungeons and Dragons module generator. Type the dungeon of the and then follow it with the suggested words in your phone. My next adventure is the dungeon of the goblin. Okay, hold on. Hey, that's pretty good. Okay, I tried it myself. I was expecting something stupid, but I got the Dungeon of the Mad Hatter. So I think that's a pretty solid one. It doesn't always guarantee success. Natural 20. For a total of... Oh boy, you have to hate to see that happen. So, how screwed is your party? DM. Before you stands the shadowy figure of a sad young man with hair dark as ink and claws long as swords. It's a ghost of conscience with a mission to hunt you down. For every creature you killed in this campaign, he gained 1 health, and for every 10 creatures, he gained 1d4 damage and 1 AC. Yeah, there's no way that's gonna be a fair fight. Gobs. Tall adventurers keep coming into Gob Cave. How do we stop them? Maybe make the entrance shorter? Won't they just bend over? Well, then we can finally stab the face instead of legs. Gob of the Year. Amazing. I don't even know his name, but he's Gob of the Year and I already love him. Let's call it adjusted pricing. 5th edition's weird economy balance. People always overcharge adventurers because they know they've usually got bags of gold to spend. That's not even a bad... I mean, it's good reasoning for that issue, but then I feel like players should start to pretend to not be adventurers to get the lower regular prices, you know? Okay, somehow I managed to read the entire next meme without recording, and I didn't notice until now. Alright, what it is versus what it should be. You can't have guns because that wouldn't be realistic in a fantasy setting. Guns existed in medieval times, you need to let me use them. Versus how it should actually be. Sorry, but guns wouldn't be appropriate for my setting. Cool, I'll just use a crossbow, that's fine. You may cast spells with the Ritalin tag without expending any spell slots. I think I figured out where ADHD comes from. A creature that in hindsight clearly was a Fey. Hey, can I have your attention? Us, young and foolish. Yeah, what's up? And the Fae just smiles. New D&D campaign of all ADHD adventurers off to the Feywild that took their attention to get it back. The main issue they're probably gonna have is that they'll be distracted along the way and may never reach the destination. It's a learning experience. You introduce your sister to D&D and she likes it. She takes over as the DM and is better at it than you. That's a small price to pay for salvation, okay? I mean, you don't have to be the DM anymore, and you have a DM that's better than you were, and everyone's winning here, what's wrong? This is the way. How an Archfey patron would teach the first lesson of adventuring to a new warlock. Dorothy. Oh no, my house killed someone. Glinda. It's okay, she sucked. Who are you? I'm a good witch. Are you sure? Yep. Now let's steal that dead shoes. 1d6 spellcasting modifier may not be much, but it's still funny. Using regular ranged weapons. Combine the spell sniper feat with the magic stone cantrip and throw pebbles at your enemies while standing 120 feet away. Nobody appreciates creative problem solving. I made us a boat to cross the lake. You didn't make a boat, you just cast silent image. Science has proven that placebos still work even if the patient is aware that they're taking a placebo. Illusions don't work like that. Not with that attitude. How to solve min-maxing. Your party consists of 4 min-maxers. The big bad evil guy creates evil clones of the party. The clones kill the big bad evil guy and take his place. I guess the big bad evil guy forgot to remove the murder hobo from the DNA. This mindset really annoys me. You can't have guns in fantasy, it doesn't work. Guns predate full plate armor in Europe. Fantasy doesn't have to be medieval. Saruman uses gunpowder. Powder Mage Trilogy. Warhammer Fantasy. And then Shadowrun. I guess there's a lot of counterexamples for that. DM. Okay, who's ready for tonight's game? Player. Hey, I can't make it to the game tonight. DM. Roll me a free D10. You get to choose an intro, you get to choose a scapegoat, and you get to choose a delay as well. Okay, hang on. Let me try this. Okay, so 4. Get this. Then an 8. The kid from Airbud. I don't know what that is. But he stabbed me. That's a good excuse. That's a good excuse. Hey, sorry guys, I can't make it to the video today. Get this, the kid from Airbud stabbed me. Yeah, so video is cancelled, I'm sorry. It wasn't even a hard children's menu puzzle. Players, after taking 4 hours to solve a maze stolen from a kid's menu. I've solved your labyrinth, puzzle master. The DM making you roll for nature to test the molten hot liquid. Yep, lava. Jesus, that's disturbing. That is really disturbing. Ask me a D&D question and after I answer, edit it to make me look bad. How bad can you make it? Okay, it's that kind of post. I thought the meme was kinda weird. Anyway, okay, let's read some of the comments, I guess. My Lizardman PC is getting pretty hungry. Where's the best place in town to grab a bite of something? Probably the orphanage. What are your thoughts on forcibly and violently removing players from the party who don't decide what to do in combat before their turn? I love it, especially since it makes my job easier. What advice would you give new players when trying to roleplay with friendly NPC? War is always the answer. What are the perks of you being my daddy? Being a slave to an eldritch horror is pretty awesome. What is your opinion on the very first edition of D&D? It's too soon for me to judge. For a level 6 wizard, what level spells can they use? Up to 6th. Of course. What spell might I use to give food to a bunch of orphans? Fireball. Always fireball. Can I summon just one Olsen twin at a time? Since they share a name? No, you can't. When's the last time you talked to a girl? About 4 years ago. That's big sad, but I'm gonna stop there. If you wanna read more from this thread, I'm sure you can find it. Oh, you hate to see it. Today's lesson. Let people have nice things, or they will on you. Cool idea, except no one has ever used a shield with a rapier. A dagger, a pistol, or a drink would be more appropriate. Also, it's worth pointing out that you're commenting on the historical accuracy of the fighting style of a fairy godmother empowered warlock. Go ahead and find me a historical example of a sword fighting fairy godmother empowered warlock and we can debate merits. Until then, maybe just let people enjoy fantasy. Nah, that's a crazy concept. How could you let people just enjoy what they want? Nah, that's insane. This is not a drill. A DM needs to make a ruling stat. If I threw polymorph a man into a woolly sheep and someone shears it, is there any change to the man once dispelled? That's a really good question. Smart fighters are the most dangerous. When the fighter doesn't use intelligence as their dump stat. Me after killing a werewolf. More like werewolf. Not a real game, but just had to use this template. Edgy Rogue whose parents died. Rabbit Folk Barbarian who had to eat all 17 of his litter mates before the age of 1. At least not all the Drow lore is awful. Reading how messed up Drow lore is. A-List-Ray encourages her followers to assist those in need. Her followers are the nicest of Drow, proving that Drow's bad traits are cultural rather than racial. Aw, that's nice, that's wholesome. Is that the first wholesome meme of this episode? Because it's really late for that. And yes, the first one was the Bard. Player flirts with every NPC. Remain all players... Oh Jesus, it's a typo, it's meant to be remind. Okay. Remind all players that flirting with an NPC is just like flirting with me. All 5 of them started to flirt with every NPC. Again, what's the issue here? I don't see any problem in this meme. Alternative to an edgy rogue backstory. Dad went out to get cigarettes in the Feywild and came back 20 years later having not aged a day. It's called investing. So that's your hoard?
My latest.
The dragon said.
Magnificent, is it not?
That's certainly a lot of painted miniatures. What do you mean by latest?
Well, before this, I hoarded trading cards.
Oh?
And before that, Lego.
And any gold? The dragon snorted.
Not anymore.
Sabaton intensifies. Warlock and Rogue. They call you Peacemaker? Paladin. I cherish peace with all my heart. Oath of Conquest, Paladin. I don't care how many men, women and children I have to kill to get it. When you have to roll on your dump stat. Oh, Panzer of the Lake, what is your wisdom? 6. That's not a lot. Well, yeah, that's why I failed my perception check and I ended up in this lake. Oh, that's a nice take on an old meme template. Make love, not war. When a life cleric gets gunner feet. I'll finish off the beast with my healing powers. And then the smile in the last, the happy smile in the last frame. Alright, I'm gonna consider that wholesome and we're gonna end the video on that note. So if you've made it this far, please consider leaving a like on the video and subscribing for more if you haven't already. Also, thank you to everyone supporting the channel on Patreon. I really appreciate it, so thanks a lot for the support given there. Links below if you want to check that out, as well as any social media if you want to join the Discord server, the subreddit or anything else. And yeah, that's it. Thanks again for watching and I'll see you next time. Have a great day, bye!